Check this out.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Countdown is go at T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. Here's your host, Tim Scott.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. This is ResortLoop.com, the gateway to the magic. Today I'm thrilled to be joined by good friends of the show, Mr. David Poole and Shelly Reinhart. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
We're here to talk about what turned out to be a fantastic trip. And we're not talking a small trip. You had 4 different families traveling with you.
Yeah, 12 people.
12 people. That had to have been a lot of fun. How long have you guys been traveling together?
For years and years. We've probably been on 5 or 6 trips together, plus just going all, during the week. We go places on weekends. We go to SeaWorld. We go to Disneyland, all that. So
Palm Springs.
I think we need to mention you're all from California. Disneyland, your local park.
Yep, we're about 30 miles away. So we've had passes that go back as long as I can remember. I can remember before Disney California Adventure was even started. Her parents used to have a motorhome, and we would go there, especially on New Year's Eve. We would just drive the motorhome. Motorhome's parked right up in the front next to the main gate. We'd have a bunch of people.
We'd go cook out in the motorhome for dinner, and then we'd go back in.
That's awesome.
And if I remember, it was like $14 admission back then.
Wow.
I don't remember. I was young enough that I didn't have to pay.
Wow. So you took this big trip to Disney. First of all, I think I'm going to move out to California and live near you guys because you guys sound great to vacation and travel with.
We're lots of fun.
We love it.
You sound like lots of fun. Oh my gosh. All right. So we went to Walt Disney World and you all stayed at the Caribbean Beach Resort.
Yes, we did.
Now, was this your first time staying there?
We wanted to stay at a mid-level. Mm-hmm. We wanted to stay at one of the moderates. I've seen what it's like for the lines at 11:30 at night going back to the resort from the Magic Kingdom, and the lines you have to wait at the Value Resort. So we felt it was worth it to move up to the moderate. And you suggested Caribbean again with the Skyliner. That's kind of what did it for us, having the Skyliner there. And the Skyliner was actually right out our window.
Oh.
We could look out the window right across the street to the Skyliner station. We were staying in Jamaica, and we had a great room.
Awesome. Yeah. So how'd the Skyliner work? I know you probably had thoughts going into it. Did you love it, enjoy it?
Oh, we loved it. We did. I was, weren't sure about how it was going to work. And once we got there and saw it was like, oh, this is easy. We actually even got a little sneaky and took it over to Hollywood Studios and then caught a bus somewhere.
Okay.
One night we needed to go. You can't go from resort to resort on buses, but we took from our resort. We did the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios and then got a bus to the Contemporary.
Yes.
Brilliant.
It was either that or I said, well, we can walk from the Magic Kingdom, but we'll do it this way.
Well, and I'm going to be honest, has never been to Walt Disney World, and David's telling me about, we're going to take the Skyline here, and then we're going to do buses here, and then we're going to do, we traveled with my parents who are both handicapped and had scooters. And I have a 2-year-old, so we had 2 scooters and a wheel and a stroller. So we were not the easiest group and most mobile group. But I have to tell you, taking the Skyliner was very easy, and I didn't think it would be. I was like, really? With two scooters and a stroller, this is going to work? And it worked out beautifully. It was fine.
It's easier than getting on the buses with the scooters.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, without a doubt. And they had the Skyliner cabins. Actually, they pull those off kind of on that separate side rail.
Yeah, they yank them out, and then you enter in, and then when you're all situated in, you go.
And they give you as much time as you need to get everything situated.
Yep, it was great.
That's fantastic. Now, did you find the rooms comfortable?
Oh,
yes.
very.
Yeah, and we had 5 people in our room. Mm-hmm. The 2 beds, and then we had a crib brought in for the 2-year-old, and then we even did the pull-down bed. There's a pull-down bed because my sons were fighting the first night, and it was driving me bonkers. And we still had plenty of room.
That's awesome. That's great. I know a lot of people.
Bathrooms were nice too.
I remembered being there in December, how people decorate their windows for Christmas. So I had my Christmas lights all up on my room.
Right, but he didn't
outside.
tell me to bring it, or I totally would have. So we're not going to discuss those things.
Okay. I forgot to tell you.
And then he kept rubbing it in as we're flying by on the skyline. He goes, "Oh, look, there's my room. You can see the lights."
The festive one.
Right. We were the Grinch room.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
no. You'll know for next time. That's fantastic.
Right.
Awesome. So how many days were you there? You were there for you had a good stint there.
Yeah, we flew out on Saturday, and we knew that we were going to get there late. So we didn't make any plans other than to grab a quick bite to eat when we were going to get there. So that's basically all we did. We got Magical Express. We got to the resort. We put our bags in, and then we went up to the lobby area and had a quick bite there. And then I had made the reservations. I'm kind of sentimental, and I wanted everyone to experience the parks in the order that they opened. So the first day was Magic Kingdom, the second day Epcot, then the third day was Hollywood Studios, and then Animal Kingdom on the fourth. And I even went one further step on the second day for Epcot. We could have easily taken the Skyliner right over to the back entrance, the International Gateway. But I wanted them to see the front of Epcot coming in with Spaceship Earth and all.
Mm-hmm.
So that day, we took the bus to the Magic Kingdom and then got on the monorail that takes you to Epcot.
Oh, look at that.
We did that just the first day.
Yeah,
so they would have the
after that, we
experience
did
of the front of Epcot.
And I didn't know it was a ride, so I called it the Big Golf Ball.
Yes.
We're going to see the Big Golf Ball.
Right. Did you enjoy
Which I didn't know lit up, which was beautiful, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea it lit up.
Oh, yeah, that's brand new. They just started that in the fall or a month or two ago. So yeah, the Beacons of Magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
It's gorgeous.
So the first day was Sunday, and we had done Magic Kingdom. And I wanted to make sure we did the rides and the attractions that we don't have here in California, at least ever or lost. So obviously, Carousel of Progress, Big Bear Country Bear Jamboree.
Which I missed because I used to be in California.
Yeah, we used to have those here in Disneyland, and they took them out. So we had to do those.
And the Seven Dwarfs.
We did the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We never had that. But
we've never had that.
That was our first one. We had a lot of fun. The Haunted Mansion, they got to see the Haunted Mansion, which is totally different.
Really? Okay.
The shrinking room doesn't go down. I mean, the elevator room doesn't go down, whereas we go down because we have to go under the train track. But we had a lot of fun, and they loved the line because our Haunted Mansion, there's nothing to do in line, whereas in Disney World, the Haunted Mansion, there's all those buttons to push.
The interactive musical crypt was fun.
Right. The kids liked all that interactive stuff in the queue?
Oh, yeah. Well, once we realized, and of course, I had no idea that anything, it didn't do that. So then David goes over and just starts like pounding on stuff randomly. And all of a sudden it's playing music. And my kids were like, yeah! It was like a rock band in the middle of the line. It was fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like David needs to be everybody's tour guide at Disney World. He sounds fantastic.
It was fun.
He does. I'm willing to rent him out for a small fee.
I might have to rent him when we do whenever we can get over to Disneyland. Sounds like he'd be a good tour guide there.
We would love to see you out here. We will treat you.
It's different.
Oh yeah.
It's different. I had no idea. Because I think one of the big differences to me is when you go to Disneyland, park hopping is just not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Like you leave Disneyland and you walk so many 100 feet and you get to California Adventure.
Yeah.
The entrances are right there. No, this is like, you have to schlep. Yeah. You got to get a bus. You have to get a mode of transportation.
Right.
There's no walking to the next park. And he told me that, but I didn't think it really hit me.
Right.
That how far away these parks are from each other.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Like there's no going back and forth and like, I feel like going to. No, I'm going to go back to Disneyland. Nope. You don't do that now.
We also got to ride the People Mover. Disneyland had a People Mover. They took it out. They put in this strange ride called the Rocket Rods that were supposed to be high speed on the People Mover track, but it never worked. It crashed.
Yeah, I kept breaking down.
It lasted just barely a year, I think, and it's now just the tracks are just sitting there bare for 10 years.
Yeah.
I wish they would put the People Mover back, but we had to ride that. And then Another thing I had always tried, but we had never been able to get into, was the Be Our Guest restaurant.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And we were able to get a table for 8 and a table for 4 for the Be Our Guest restaurant at like 7 o'clock. That was amazing. Allison had to go change clothes because she had to put on her bell dress.
She had to put on her bell dress.
Of course.
And what was cute is at the time we were going, Belle in her blue dress was standing off to the side near the front. So Allison got to see her, and as she was walking out, people commented on how pretty she was. So she's 2, so that just kind of made her day. And then what I appreciated as a mom was the prices to eat were for guests 3 and up. So they gave her the mac and cheese that my sons got, and we didn't have to pay for it because they said, you never know with a kid that young what she's going to eat. And I was like,
right.
No, I don't. And then the boys got grapes, and Allison kept eating their grapes. So the lady brought her a big bowl of grapes. It was like the service was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, their whole goal was to keep their little guests happy. And I have to tell you, the kids' dessert, the adult dessert was really yummy.
We got to eat the gray stuff.
Okay.
And it is delicious.
Yes.
So they're not lying. But the kids' dessert,
Yeah.
it was like a little art project. It was a little cup, a little chip that you got to paint. And then it had a macaroon with filling. And
Edible paint.
Yeah, with edible paint. And then there was the gray stuff on the side. But yes, my kids got to paint
their chip cup.
and then they filled it with the gray stuff and then ate it.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then they had these light up castle cups that they, of course, had to
We
have
were in the
them
room
on.
with the rose, and every time they would look to see if a petal was falling off the rose.
Yes, it was very dramatic.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
And
fun.
the king, the beast, of course, could not come out table to table, but he did make an entrance, and say hello to all his guests. And then as we were leaving, they said, you have to wait right here because the beast is going to come out. And so we had to stop. And Allison and I got separated from our party, but we were standing there waiting. And as he turned around to go back in, he saw her and blew her a little kiss, which of course made her night.
Oh.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the food's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Food everywhere we went was great.
Yeah.
What would everybody order? Everybody get the same thing, or was everybody all over the menu? That many people?
Yeah, we had a lot of fillets.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got the scallops on the side, which were also good because my family, they're not fish eaters. So when I get the opportunity to eat something under the sea out at a restaurant, I usually try. So
I can agree with that. Kind of the same thing here.
yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, my wife's allergic, so I don't like to make it at home, but when we go out.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Anything else at the Magic? Oh, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Being big Disneyland people, how do the rides that they have at both parks compare? Like your Haunted Mansion, better or worse?
Mansion, I think it's the outside tips the scale to Disney World because of the queue inside. But once you're inside, it's basically the same with the exception, of course, for us, we get the overlay.
Stretching, yeah.
We have
Right.
the overlay, right? We had the overlay Jack Skellington Nightmare Before
Yes.
Christmas. So, and I understand why they don't do that in Disney World, but I think it's great that we get to have that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So that would, I would tip to Disneyland just because you get to have 2 different choices if you go often.
Small World is different because our outside of Small World, that little it's a castle.
Yeah.
Small World Castle that they decorate and light up for the holidays.
Yeah, it's just the facade is so impressive at Disneyland.
But the inside too, they don't have. Disneyland changed the inside. I don't know how many
It was
years
about
ago,
10 or 12 years ago.
to add the characters.
They added some Disney characters in there, and there was a uproar. How
I
dare
remember.
you spoil the small? But it's
it's awesome.
it's cool. It's not blatant. You just look up and there's Peter Pan over there. There's Cinderella, or there's Aladdin and Jasmine on the
And
carpet.
there's Mulan in China with Mushu.
It's
and
fine.
Cinderella's in France.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of try to spot them.
Pinocchio's dancing in Italy.
Yeah. So
It's really cute.
It's fine.
I know, David, I think you sent me a picture of the facade like a couple weeks
that's
ago.
right, I did. That was right every day at 5:30, at least in the winter. That's when they turn the lights on.
Okay.
We had just gotten off the ride about 5 o'clock, and I said, okay, we're going to stand here because it's going to light up in half an hour. So we waited for that.
Oh.
It's not a show or anything. It's just like all of a sudden turn on the lights, bing, here we go.
And what I thought was different, and I don't know, maybe it was more in Epcot than in Disney World, but the rides are kind of like in Disneyland and in California Adventure, the rides are very blatant. Like, this is a ride. But I think especially at Epcot, David's like, okay, we're going to go to Ratatouille. And I'm walking past all these shops and these places to eat. And I'm like, well, I don't know where he's taking us. There's a ride back there. And then all of a sudden we look like we're walking into a building and there's a ride in there.
Yes.
They have more space to build.
And it's very different. And when we got separated from David, he took my sons somewhere. He goes, we're going to go to America to eat. And we're like, okay, well, we'll figure out something. We should never have done that because we didn't know where we were going and what we were doing. We lost our tour guide.
Well, you told me where you were going.
But we weren't 100% sure. We were just wandering around. We did not do Big Thunder Mountain because we have it here.
Okay.
We didn't do Splash Mountain because it's December and nobody wanted to get wet.
Right.
Because we're California people and spoiled.
We did the Jungle Cruise, and it's fairly similar. I think some people were a little surprised when we went through a tunnel because they don't have that in California.
Okay.
Disneyland is a tunnel. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. I am always impressed with the Hall of Presidents.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I love our great moments with Mr. Lincoln, but to see all of the presidents there is really cool. And I understand some people just use it as a cool place to take a nap. That's fine. I enjoyed the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was really nice. And I wasn't expecting when they had all of the presidents up there, all of them to be animatronic and move.
Oh yeah, they all have some
all
kind of
their
movement.
heads turned to the president who was speaking, and that, or when they acknowledged each president, that was surprising to me. It was like, oh, look at that.
And it was a nice moment when we stopped outside in Liberty Square, and I pointed out to everyone that to be true to Liberty Square, there are no restrooms here in Liberty Square because they didn't have them. And I pointed over to her father, Rich, and I said, notice where Rich is standing, the little brown stripe in the street. We all know what that's for.
Which my two sons got very excited. I told them no.
But they did get into the stocks.
They did. We did. I
Oh,
had no fruit to throw at them.
No.
The stocks are some of the classic Disney pictures. I have some for my kids, from little to bigger as they grow up, and they're fantastic pictures.
Yep, you have to do it.
How about Pirates?
Yeah, what did you think of Pirates of the Caribbean?
It was wonderful and nice, and it's pirates, but I missed the going down.
The big down waterfall. You go down.
In our Pirates, there's a waterfall, and you go down the waterfall.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no room. Our Pirates is underneath buildings. The ride has to go underneath stuff.
Under the train track. Because they built the train track in Disneyland, and then as they're building new attractions, they have to be outside the train track. So you have to get under somehow, and that's how they get under there. That's why the Haunted Mansion has a real elevator to go down, and then you walk under the train tracks.
Oh.
Yeah.
The entire Indiana Jones adventure is out in the old parking lot.
Wow.
And you under the train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked because purposely I haven't watched any Disneyland ride-throughs.
Uh-huh.
The only one I ever watched was when Cars Land opened up.
Cars Land, uh-huh.
And I wanted to see that, and then after I watched it, I was like, I shouldn't have watched it. Just wait till I get there. But
the improved test track, yeah. That was what happened to me when I went to the Animal Kingdom for the first time, and I approached the ride that at the time was called Countdown to Extinction. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, this is cool. And there's a line, so it must be a good ride. So went through the line, and I got about 3/4 of the way there, and all of a sudden I went around a turn, and I heard that hydraulic-y sound. And I go, oh, now I know I'm on Indiana Jones. Because that's the Indiana Jones ride from Disneyland. That same Jeep.
That's awesome.
So Magic Kingdom, anything else about Magic Kingdom? We got back to the hotel, got some sleep.
Yeah.
And on the next day, like I said, we went to Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
We took the bus to Magic Kingdom and took the monorail back so we could walk in the beginning. I was a little surprised they still had all of the walls up
Oh, the construction walls, yeah.
You know, I totally had missed that they were going to have a lot of that. But we made our way around and we saw the attractions. We saw Mission Space. We probably went on Mission Space 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, there was no
had a
line.
15-minute line for orange and 5-minute wait for green.
Oh, you can't beat that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just walk right on.
And then the test track, they loved the test track. Oh, and we had gotten up at 7 a.m. and were able to get a virtual queue for Ratatouille. So we were planning for that.
Which that ride was amazing.
That was fun.
That's a good ride.
And we got to eat those crepes and
the
creperie
or whatever they're called.
The crepes were good. We did not get to go on Frozen the first time. We were in line when it broke down.
Yeah, we were in there about to go into the sauna and it broke down.
Oh.
But for the parents out there, they do sell alcohol right near the Frozen line. If your kids are driving you nuts, put them in the Frozen line. Go get something for yourself and get back in the Frozen line.
It's almost like they knew that when they put it there.
It might have been.
But we made it to Mexico and made it on the Three Caballeros ride.
Yeah, that was fun.
That
was another ride that was inside a building. I had never found that.
Oh, really? I love Mexico.
Well, right. And again, we got separated because we had to go get the stroller. And David was always walking around with some of my children. So he had the boys. And he's like, okay, meet us in Mexico and we'll go on the Three Caballeros ride. And I said, okay. So here we are in Mexico and we're looking around for a ride and I see nothing. And he says, do you see? And he's like trying to guide me. I'm like, David, there's a building here. There's no ride here. He goes, go into the building. I said, I'm in the building and there's like stuff to buy here. There's no ride here. He goes, okay. See the skulls? Yeah, go to your left. And there's a ride in that building. I had never known. And that just is so strange because like in Disneyland and in California Adventure, you can see the whole ride pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of know what to expect.
They had a thing for the kids where you buy them a little round wheel thing and they have to go around and find Olaf.
Yes.
It was an Olaf little thing. Little statue of Olaf is represented in all of the different countries.
Oh, okay.
And you had to go find him, and then if you could scrape off or attach the sticker thing. And
Olaf would hold something. So then you had to find the sticker of what Olaf was holding and put it in that country.
Yeah. And we got almost all the way done. We were in Italy, and William couldn't find it, and I'm looking right at it, and I grab him, and he's looking, and he found it. He's so excited. He found it. He put his sticker. He's running around and flinging his little paper up in the air, and he lets go. And it flies over our heads into the water fountain.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Was that a disaster area?
No.
Well, William's 5.
Poor kid. He's 5, but anyway, so we had to buy him a new Olaf map.
And he feels things deeply.
Yeah.
I was going to say they had to do some damage control, I'll bet.
Yep,
yeah.
he did.
And then
Michael had to go. We went to the little train setup there in Germany where they have the little bit. And the train crashed, and he wanted to go find and employ a cast member to tell him the train had crashed.
Right.
That he was so concerned about telling them.
He didn't want to leave the trains because they need to take care of the derailments.
Yeah, they need to do that.
And I said, honey, they'll figure it out. It's okay.
Yeah. And that night, so far for the first couple of days, we did really good with 12 of us staying together. And we were basically doing the same stuff. We would grow. Few of us go here, a few of us go there, but then we would all get back. So 12 of us were together. We split up for dinner. 8 of them went to Germany, and I have always wanted to eat at the Nine Dragons, but no one will ever go with me. And I got her dad and the boys because I looked at the menu, and they had sweet chicken tenders. I'm like, these kids eat chicken tenders for almost every meal, so we're going there. So I got to go eat at the Nine Dragons. It was excellent.
What'd you get?
I had some sort of chicken, sweet and sour chicken dish with flavored rice. It was really good.
Ooh, nice.
I forget.
Now, my parents, their first year of marriage, my dad was stationed in Germany. So they lived in Germany. So my mom really wanted to go eat in Germany. And I got to tell you, the food was very good in Germany. And it's, you can get what you want. Smorgasbord. Yeah. And my husband, who's incredibly picky, found lots of things in Germany he could eat, and the entertainment was really good.
Oh, nice.
The show they put on was really, really good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had a good luck with food, it sounds like, on this trip.
Oh yeah,
the best.
I'm glad I don't live in Florida. I'd be 1,000 pounds.
Were you able to sample?
I could eat my way through Epcot. It would be bad.
And then we thought about going to watch Harmonious. We caught bits and pieces of it, but the kids they wanted to go ride rides again.
Gotcha.
So we went back and we did Test Track again, and we did Mission Space and Test Track and Mission Space over and over a few times till they kicked us out. And then we exited through the International Gateway, so that was really easy to get back to the hotel.
Yes.
Now, did the kids enjoy the Skyliner? I know that you all did.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
They got my daughter got really excited when we got in the Frozen Skyliner. She thought that was amazing that we were riding with Hannah and
one go
Elsa.
by.
Or she'd see one. Oh yeah. She thought that was amazing.
There's no quicker way to get out of Epcot to the Caribbean Beach, man. That's just so cool, so efficient.
It really is. And then by the end of the day, they're tired. You know, my 5-year-old was done. We'd go have dinner kind of late at night, and he's looking at me, and all of a sudden he falls asleep while he's waiting for dinner. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of easy to kind of get him on the Skyliner and get him home and into bed. The 2-year-old was raring to go still, but the 5-year-old was done. Right.
That's a big day for them. They're moving those little legs all day long.
Absolutely. Well, and he would, he'd kind of run ahead a little bit and then run back. So I think for every one step we took, he took like, 12.
Right. He's serpentining through the parks.
They left me with the boys one time from the lobby area at Caribbean Beach to go back to the room. And I had Allison and holding her hand, and the boys would run up ahead, and they would see our building, and they'd run all the way up the steps. And then I'd go, not our building.
Oh.
And have to come back down. And we'd go around another corner. They'd run all the way because they thought they knew they were. No, I had them up and down 3 more extra stairs before we got to ours. So
and I appreciated that. But that being said, he got left with the kids. I got to tell you, he usually walked off with my children.
Yeah.
I'm like, where am I? Oh, David's coming.
So then Tuesday was our Hollywood Studios day.
Yes.
We did good. We tried to get in there early using the extra magical hours, because it was just a quick zip over the Skyliner there.
Now, when you were there, was it just 30 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was just 30 minutes. Okay. They told us for Magic Kingdom it was 30 minutes, but they said go in at 8. They let you in the park down to Main Street, but only the people with the Magic Band thing can go past the certain point.
You kind of go off the hub. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, off the hub. Yeah. So we all got in line for Rise of the Resistance. They all wanted to do that. We were glad we didn't have to do the virtual tour of that. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to remember after that, we didn't go to the other ride.
We did the
we went over to the Toy Story Land.
The movie theater looking thing.
Oh, Mickey and Minnie's
Runaway Railway?
Yes, we did that.
That was fun, but I missed the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah, I'm with you, David.
I like Great Movie Ride.
I did too. What'd you guys think of Rise?
I'm sorry, what, Tim?
Did you guys enjoy Rise of the Resistance? Or you've done it at Disneyland, though.
Yes, we have. I've been on it 3 or 4 times. But I got us in trouble. Because I got a little rambunctious. Because when we get thrown into the cell, I get a little bit more rambunctious, trying to get out. I acted my part, I guess, too well.
You had motivation.
They had to stop us and restart us over. And the people that were with us didn't want to be with us anymore.
Oh.
But, okay.
And we got yelled at by Disney. It was fine.
It was okay.
Oh, my goodness.
And I had never been on the one in California because I was always pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I've gone, I've been pregnant and I can't go on.
Gotcha.
So
Oh,
I
my
did
God.
enjoy
I
it.
love it. I love that run. I go back and forth many times on that one.
But now it's a joke.
Yeah, now it's our joke.
Don't break something.
We did go to see the Elsa Frozen sing-along.
Which was fun.
Yes.
I like that.
We just saw it this last time ourselves when we were there, and I couldn't believe how fun it was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And great, like we said, we did Great Movie Ride. We did the Toy Story Land. I had never been to Toy Story Land. It had opened since I'd been there last. And so we had fun. The little kid roller coaster, what is it? The
Slinky Dog?
Slinky Dog. Yeah, we didn't do that because it was over an hour and a half line.
But you guys did the bumper cars.
We did the other rides there, yeah. And William was in heaven. He was taking.
Oh, he's a Toy Story kid.
Oh.
Always loved Toy Story.
Yeah.
Did he do the alien swirling saucers?
Yeah, we did that. We did all those things.
Oh. Sounds like the kids had a blast.
They really did. And we didn't do like the same shirts really, but we did themed days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Did you take pictures?
Yeah, there's lots of pictures. I don't know if there's ever a huge group picture of all 12 of us, but there's pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
I'll send you some, yeah.
Yeah, please do.
And then later on, when the older kids wanted to go down to Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror and all, and I took the boys in the Lightning McQueen, whatever that studio is where they have Lightning McQueen.
That show, yeah.
That show there. So
okay, but by older kids, he also means me and my husband and my best friend and her husband, and then their 2 older kids. And my dad, the 72-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Did everybody enjoy it?
But then we went Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror,
which was, and the Tower of Terror is so different from the one in California. You know, the one in California, you just go up and down. This one, I was like, wow.
They were on a little
cool.
bit of a budget issues when they built the Tower of Terror in California. I understand why they didn't build it as much.
And now it's Guardians, and I haven't been on it.
Yeah, it's fun now, Guardians.
How do you do you prefer the Guardians or did you prefer the Tower of Terror out there?
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy because it's more funny. It's comedy. It's fun. And what they're doing is now it has an overlay, at least in the Halloween time, after 6 p.m. when it's dark out, they have some dark fire monster in there. You don't see Star-Lord and Rocket and all those characters. You see this other fire monster thing. But I don't know. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy movies, so I don't know.
I haven't been on it because they changed it. I was, pregnant with children.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
And since I haven't been, we've had COVID. So.
Right. Did you guys do any kind of dining at the studios?
Yes, we went to the sci-fi drive-in, and that was so fun. That was so fun.
Yeah, we did a late lunch, early dinner about 2:30.
Yeah.
There. We had 2 cars. 6 to 12 of us filled up 2 cars.
How fun.
And he took one of my kids with him in his reservation. I told you, he took my kids all the time. Yeah. He took one of my kids, and then I had the other 2 with my parents and my husband. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they like that.
My daughter didn't appreciate the sci-fi on the screen, so I had to put on Frozen for her on a little phone.
Oh, gotcha.
And the food was amazing.
Was it really good? What'd you guys have?
The service was amazing.
What'd you guys have there? What was the go-to?
Burgers.
Yeah.
Good burgers?
It was burgers, and there's some salads, too, for those of us who aren't trying to gain 5,000 pounds.
And I think the kids all had the chicken strips.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and that's, or mac and cheese.
Can't go wrong with those.
Yeah, and that's great that pretty much any restaurant you go to, you can get those kids standards. So I always knew there was something on the menu that they liked.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the milkshakes were good.
Oh.
And we did some shopping then at the end.
Yes.
Toward the, I stood out with the kids while you guys did shopping down Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, and then we got out. Decent time.
Yeah.
And let's see, then we're to Wednesday, which was Animal Kingdom Day.
Yeah.
We headed over, got the best of Animal Kingdom.
Which was my daughter's favorite place.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was Animal Kingdom was her favorite. She loves animals. We went on the tour was the zoo.
The safari.
The safari.
The safari. We didn't see any elephants.
Beautiful. No, there were no elephants.
We didn't see the elephants.
Biggest animals in there.
But we saw lots of rhinos and others.
Yeah, and a lion. Of course, she loves lions because one of her favorite movies is Lion King, and we all dressed in Lion King shirts that day.
Oh, that's cool.
She went bananas over the lion, and Pandora was amazing.
That's right. We went to Pandora first.
The Hallelujah Mountains. Oh my gosh, that was something to see.
I had never been there. It opened 2 days after I was there last.
Oh, wow.
And I actually, the day I was there, I thought I could try to sneak in, but Good Morning America was there filming, and they wouldn't let anybody in there.
But one thing I will tell you for people with small children that can't go on those rides, they've got this great child swap thing.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
So they rode the ride with my sons, and my parents and everyone rode the ride. And my husband and I stayed off with my daughter, and we ate. Where did we eat?
Satuli Canteen.
That place is amazing. It's really good. And then we walked around and looked at the stores and stuff like that. And then when you go on, you go up and they scan both of your magic passes of magic band from somebody who's going on now, and then your magic band. And then when they get off the ride, you both go up again, and prisoner exchange. They get the child, and you now get to go through the lightning lane without the child, without waiting in line. So that was really, really nice.
That's a great tip, the child swap.
Yep.
Yeah, of course, after, yeah.
And that turned out to be our friend's favorite ride.
Yeah.
George Jr. and Anna and Annabelle, they rode that probably. They went back later and rode it several more times. They loved the Flight of Passage.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then
and we did the Navi River cruise and saw the shaman too.
And William was a little afraid of the Navi River cruise because he thought it was going to be like a roller coaster again. We're like, no, honey, it's very relaxed.
Oh, right.
Okay. And then what's the other one?
And we saw the Festival of the Lion King.
Did you enjoy that
we
show?
got to sit toward the front, and Allison was just fascinated. I was about expecting her to run out there.
I know. She was jumping around and singing, and I was working it behind us thinking she was upsetting people, and the lady behind us didn't care. She was too busy watching Allison instead of watching the show because she was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
I missed the monkeys.
Oh.
The monkeys that jump around. I missed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made it a little bit shorter.
And then the boat,
that was fun.
The boat thing with the lion balloons was cool.
The kites.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we watched the kites.
Oh,
we didn't see any of them crash.
That was such a good show.
We liked it. We didn't see any crashes. And then we went to Expedition Everest, and we probably did it 3 times.
2 or 3. That was a lot of fun.
Not a long line there.
Yeah, no, you just walk right on.
Really? If I do it twice, I'm done for the day as far as motion-wise.
And
I did not tell anyone that it was going to go backwards.
No.
Oh, look at that.
I did not tell anyone.
He didn't tell us that Frozen went backwards either.
Oh, see?
But Elsa, zooms us, and all of a sudden we go backwards. Yeah, I was not seeing that one coming either.
Yeah, and then we finally made it over to the Dino Land area, and that's when our friends left and went back to ride Pandora again, Flight of Passage several more times.
Right.
And we did the dinosaur ride. I think we did it 2 times or 3 times.
You went on it, and I had Allie and William. You went on it, and I took them into a little play area with the dinos because they didn't want to do a ride. They had I call it like the Dumbo ride, where it's just the thing that just goes around. I don't know what it was though.
The pterodactyl.
The pterodactyls. And then, but they just wanted to run around and do the play area. And so they did that. It was a lot of fun. And then as soon as they got done with that, then I joined my older son on the dino ride. And then of course I had to buy them a souvenir from the dinosaur park because that's their thing.
Right. Absolutely.
And we finished there, right? We finished there and then headed out.
Yeah. And I had bought my kids bubble wands on Amazon before we went. So it was kind of cool because they had bubble wands that nobody else had.
Okay.
So that was neat. Allison had a Frozen one that a lady at the gate at Epcot stopped us and went, "What is that? Get that. Can I hold it?" She was so excited. And then Michael, I got him a dinosaur one, so he loved that.
Nice. Did you do any?
Buy the refill bubbles.
Right. Was your dining at the Animal Kingdom just the Satuli?
Yeah, I don't remember.
So.
We didn't eat much. We might have had snacks, but we didn't eat much else after that.
Okay.
No.
Maybe we went back to the hotel and ate some more there.
I think we did that night.
Yeah.
Nice.
We went back to that by the lobby area. Oh, that's right, because we made our plan for Thursday. We admit we were traitors. Thursday morning.
I was just going to ask.
We woke up at 7. We went up to the lobby area at 7 and had breakfast. We figured from 7 to 8 we'll eat. Then we called our Ubers and got Ubers to take us to Universal so we could be there before the park opens. We had bought park hopper passes in advance, so we had our tickets. So we were there before they opened and did the usual. straight to Harry Potter World. You know, we had our wands from before, and so we had so much fun. We love Harry Potter, so we enjoyed that. We did the rides there in
Well, you had your wands from before. I had to buy wands for my kids. Yeah, but they were excited. Michael wanted Harry Potter's wand.
And so we went on Escape from Gringotts, and we rode all that stuff there.
What was the Hagrid's one where you and I rode on the motorcycle?
That was after we took the train. You take the train over to Hogsmeade, and we rode on Hagrid. We got to go on Hagrid and fly Harry Potter one in the castle.
Now, there's not a whole lot in there for kids that don't like roller coasters. So my 5-year-old, even though he's tall for his age, and could have ridden those rides, wanted nothing to do with that.
Gotcha.
But when we went down to Dr. Seuss area, he was
Dr. Seuss area was his happy place.
Yeah.
He liked that. And then the Transformers ride.
Yeah, we did. We were working our way back, and we went on the Jurassic Park one where you ride the boat through Jurassic Park. And that's where I did the child swap.
Yes.
I took Allie and let them ride it. And then we went over. I'd heard about this thing, the Velociraptor coaster. I'd heard of it, but I wasn't sure. And then I said, okay, I'm going to give this a try. Got in the line. I'm expecting they empty your pockets. Okay, I empty my pockets. Take off your hat. I take off my hat. Take off your glasses. I'm like, what?
And they have you put
Take
everything
off
in
my
a
glasses
locker.
in the locker. Then put you through the X-ray machine
A
to
metal
make sure
detector.
you're not cheaters. I'm like, oh my God.
What is going on?
We thought it was a bit excessive until we went on the ride. And
I'm
after we
telling
got
you.
off the ride, we went, oh my gosh, we'd have killed somebody if something fell out of our pocket.
That was the most exciting ride. That's the first time I've ever been on a roller coaster where I could not keep my hands up.
Oh, wow.
I had to hold on.
Oh, hanging on.
Just when it's over, just when you're done, you think it's all over, all of a sudden you speed up and go back up in the air again. Oh.
And of course, he had to take off his
I
glasses.
couldn't see any
Right.
velociraptors.
And he goes, why was it the Velocicoaster? There's no Velociraptor. I said, they were everywhere, David, but they went by so fast.
I couldn't see
You
them.
couldn't see them. And we got off the ride, and my mother looks at me and goes, you guys are crazy. I can't believe you did that. Yeah, it was a,
I'll give
don't
him-
go on
I'll
if
give
you
him
don't like
credit for
roller
that ride.
coasters, but that was a good one.
That was a good.
I don't think I could ever do that because I can't put my hands up on Small World. I have to hang on for that. So, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. Oh, sounds
And
like
so then we went back over to Universal Studios Hollywood and Florida, and we spent they were closing at 7. That's why we said we weren't going to eat a lot. We were just going to snack our way through, get all of our hours in, and we probably rode 4 more rides in the last hour.
Yeah.
We saw the Shrek show, the Transformers, what is the Fast and the Furious thing? We did all those rides real quick in the last hour or so.
wow.
But I will say,
There was a parade going on, and we just kind of snuck around the parade and
the
went on rides.
Macy's parade.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you want to do that and you want to eat at like the City Walk, make sure you make your reservations prior to, because as soon as we could eat at City Walk would have been like, 11 o'clock that night?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so we Ubered to Red Robin and then Ubered back to the hotel.
Uh-huh.
There, yeah.
Was it Uber inconvenient for you while you were there?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
It wasn't bad.
And we had to get 2 of the big ones,
Yeah,
right?
2
And that fit
Uber
all of
XLs.
us. And then we had to get 1 of the Uber XLs with a car seat for Allie. But other than that, it was fine.
No, I've not done a lot of Ubering. The most thing I've done has been when they had the minivans through Lyft.
Oh yeah.
So do you have to wait any longer for the Uber XLs than a normal?
Not normally.
They're all over the
And-
place.
Yeah, they're all over, and the Universal had a whole line of places where you Uber. The signs saying if you're going to catch an Uber, go here. It was very clearly marked, and the Uber guys knew right where to drop us off. And it helped that we were picked up at the Caribbean Beach there in the lobby area, right where they drop off all the other buses and all. So
Okay.
that helped.
Okay,
We were right up at the front.
that's great to know.
And again, we also had 2 cards, and
Scooters,
and
yeah,
there were
to
2
put in the back,
scooters
yeah.
and a stroller.
fold
So,
it up.
and it was fine.
The Uber XLs worked great because it's usually a van or like a Suburban or something.
Okay.
So
Something with plenty of room.
yeah, funny. So then we were back. We had a good time. And then Friday we were doing the Magic Kingdom for our park that day because we had not even done much of Tomorrowland. But before, we took it easy. We gave ourselves an extra hour to sleep in, and I had made reservations at Whispering Canyon over at Wilderness Lodge for breakfast because that looked really good. And so we went over there. We went to the Magic Kingdom and then took the ferry boat over there. So that was fun. They got to ride on a boat. The breakfast was really good.
And we kind of like banished the kids to their own table.
Oh, yeah, they had
which
their own
was really
table.
nice.
Yeah, the adults at one table and the kids over there.
And the eggs for the kids' plates looked like little Mickey ears.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
And the waiting staff had a little attitude.
Oh,
it wasn't quite being
yeah.
50s, but they had a little bit of attitude with us, which was fun.
And they threw your stuff in the center of the table.
And all of a sudden I looked over to the table behind us and the waiter was throwing the napkins or ripping the napkins at him or doing something with napkins. I'm like, hopefully we don't get that.
Making it rain napkins.
Lots of fun, and it was decorated beautifully.
Yeah. And so then we went back, we took the ferry back, got on the monorail, the Resort Loop monorail, and went through the over to the Grand Floridian. And I said, guys, let's just get off and we'll take a walk. Let's take a half an hour. And everyone got to take a tour and see what it was like when you're with the rich folks, you know. And I took the boys and we got in line at the gingerbread because they had never had gingerbread and they wanted to go in the gingerbread house. And I bought them some gingerbread men and I said, well, who wants to eat the head? And they looked at me like
my daughter did.
Yeah, she wanted to eat the head. So they got to have gingerbread. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Looking around. Then we went back to Magic Kingdom. We saw the stuff in Tomorrowland. We did Space Mountain. We did the Laughing Room.
And we did Small World again because the time change killed my daughter. My boys were okay, but my daughter did not hang very well. So
the first day. So
not only had we traveled the 6 hours by plane, we also went through 2 time zones.
Right.
She was not able to stay awake a lot of that first day. And I put her on It's a Small World that first day thinking she'd wake up. No, she slept through the entire thing. So when we went back to Magic Kingdom, I was like, she's awake, let's go. And then she was like trying to like nod off. I'm like, no, baby, stay awake. But she did.
So then by that probably late afternoon, we were ready. Didn't we go back to Epcot?
Yes. Then we went back to Epcot. No, I don't think so. Didn't we do Disney Springs that day?
Oh, that's right. We went to Disney Springs.
Nice.
And we walked around. We had made reservations to eat at one of the restaurants there. Just was a last minute thing. It was okay. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was okay. It wasn't one of the ones I've heard of. I'd never heard of.
Oh, okay.
Those were all booked. I tried Homecoming. I'd heard about that. I'd heard T-Rex, couldn't get in there, but we just found some little place that would take us, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
And then on the next day, which was Saturday, our last day, that's when we went back to Epcot. And we actually did get a virtual queue for Ratatouille again, but we didn't use it. We ended up going back. The kids wanted to go back to Mission Space. They wanted to go back to Test Track. And that's when we split up. And I took the kids and said, okay, we're going to go over I want to go to America because I always have to see the American Adventure.
Absolutely.
You know, that's big for me. So we ate there, we ate our lunch there and saw American Adventure. And then the rest of us, I don't remember where they went. But we ended up over at the land and had to go on Living with the Land. And we didn't go on Soarin' because it did have a little bit of a line and we have Soarin' at home down the way. So that's one that we didn't do.
Gotcha.
And we did Spaceship Earth again. I don't think we did Living Seas with Nemo.
Did everybody enjoy Spaceship Earth? I know that's kind of a unique attraction.
Oh, yeah. The only thing was a little touchy when we got on it, and I think Allison wanted to move seats in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
To climb, change to a different seat. So we're like, no, I don't think we could do that.
Right.
And that was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys had an excellent trip.
We did. And then we ended that night. And when we were from Epcot, I actually told folks, I said, I think I do want to stop back at the hotel. If it's only for 10 minutes, I will need to stop and change my clothes because we were able to get reservations for the California Grill Saturday night at 7:30.
Nice.
So I said, we all agreed we would change our clothes. And we went back to the hotel. We're only there, maybe 15 minutes just to get a quick tidy up. And then that's when we did the sneaky thing. We took the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios and then caught a bus to the Contemporary. And when we got there, we had a reservation for 4 and a reservation for 8.
Mm-hmm.
And we told them that we're actually a party of 12. And we didn't mind waiting if a little extra if they could be tables near each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady said, I tell you what, if you'll wait an extra half an hour, we'll have a private room for you. You can
Get
be in
out.
your own.
Well, it was okay. There was another
it'll
group
be
in
after
there,
after the fireworks. They said, we'll let you go up and you can watch the fireworks and then go to your room to eat. So that was perfect for us.
And yeah, it was beautiful. And we got to go up and then we got to watch the fireworks. And then we ate an amazing meal.
Tim, this is David, the other David here on the side.
Hi, David.
Hi, David. How you doing?
Well, that's Tim.
Nice to meet you.
He had been to Disney World before, but not with people near as fun as us. As you could tell, before we were married.
Yes, a long time before.
A long time.
Gotcha.
And I mean, it was so impressive to be up there on top of that building, watching the fireworks and having the actual music coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could see the place. It was so cool. That was so cool. Perfect way to end our trip.
Yeah, it was a nice night.
Oh. You guys.
And David and my mom, what is that steak you guys
they ordered
shared?
that.
Tomahawks.
Yeah, me and my mom shared this tomahawk steak.
Which
Oh my
cost an
god.
arm and a leg too.
That's the steak that comes with the handle?
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my boss is he gives me a lot of leeway, and I've worked for him for many years now, since '96, and I'm now his general manager, and you know we work at all hours, but you know we went on the thing, and he said, hey, you know, and if you want, you can use your credit card for a couple of meals or something while you're out there, you know. I said okay. So when we got out there, I talked to David and.
He goes,
I said, hey, I've got permission to use the credit card. He says, you know what?
save it for the last
Save it for
meal.
last meal.
You want to use it for this one?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was glad I did, too.
Well, how nice was that of him, though? That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Aw. Great.
And unfortunately, we had to come home on that Sunday.
What?
And
You
go to
know,
work
but
on Monday.
Easy flight, you know. And every time we would go into one of the big rides, both on the Disney World property and at Universal, we would walk in and you could see the back and forth for the lines of people in the summertime to be waiting in, and we would go straight through onto the ride. I kept reminding myself the most important decision to make when you want to go to Disney World is when do you go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this I think was my third time going on that first week of December 4th to 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect time. You know,
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. Because
crowds were down,
right.
but the decorations were up. It was so much fun. Weather was nice. I mean, I took my sweatshirt with me a lot, but rarely wore it.
Yeah.
Had short pants most of the time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I wore
No,
shorts.
I wore pants.
I wore shorts the whole time.
That's fantastic. You got the Christmas decorations up. It's the best time to go.
Absolutely. We tried to say, you know, I would take the kids and go, you guys go off on your own if you want. But, you know, I tried to give the kids to the grandparents sometimes, you know. They always wanted to go sit with me. And I'm like, oh, no, go sit with your grandparents, you know, do that.
Well, my daughter's going through a mommy phase, so I can't get too far away before she freaks out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it was a better trip this time than last time you went to Disney World.
I went on way more things this time.
Yeah.
This one, David planned a lot out for us, so a lot of it, the thinking was out of it. He already knew where we should hit and where to go. And
Oh, yeah, David's a pro. You want to listen to David.
yeah, last time when I went, it was a spur of the moment thing. There was no planning involved.
Mm-hmm.
We slept late. We didn't get up until almost noon.
Yep.
So lost a lot of the day at that point. And,
Yeah.
you know, and that was many years ago. I mean, I was still like just out of high school, I think, and So yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, I'd say that we probably maximized this whole trip. This was probably about the best you're going to get out of it.
And yet we didn't see half of it.
Yeah.
You know,
but
I
our
kept
big
thinking of
thing
things
was-
to Shelly. Oh, you didn't get to see this. You didn't get to see that.
I think I would have liked to have spent more time with Universal because I missed a lot of stuff on Universal.
Yeah.
So much stuff I missed on Universal.
Mhm.
So.
Well,
I
we'll
can see
go
that.
back. We'll go back again.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is, you know, David kept saying, you know, what do you want to see? And I kept saying, David, I don't know what's there.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what I want to see because I have no idea. And so I would tell him, I don't want to spend time doing stuff that I can do in California.
yeah.
Like I'm flying across the country and I want to do stuff that's different.
Velocicoaster.
We just talked
That's what they were talking about.
We're talking about that. We're like, they're not kidding. Empty your pockets. They're not
Velocicoaster
kidding.
was like one of the best rides. I think the whole trip was Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
Tim says he's chicken. He's not going on.
No,
you totally go on it. You should totally just suck it up. Even if you hate it, you've got to go on it the one time to know that you hate it. But at the same time, if you love it, you're gonna go, I can't believe I almost missed out on this because it's definitely it's a ride. I really wish they'd have it out here.
And even if you hated it, you go off the ride going, I hated every minute of that, but wow, that's an amazing roller coaster.
Right. I told them even Small World freaks me out, though. I have to hang on for dear life for that, so I don't know about.
Small World.
Well, we got new stuff coming. You know, in a few years, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster will be open back there.
Oh, I'm game for that.
Yeah, so we got new stuff coming.
I went on Tower of Terror out in Orlando, and I was not a big fan. I hate free falls myself.
I'm with you on that.
that whole just like. No,
it's not a free fall.
In motion,
you
I'm okay doing this, but
Dave, you do know that Tower of Terror is not a free fall. Free fall was not fast enough. They're actually pulling you down.
Oh, well, there you go. That's even worse. Let's accelerate it to be worse.
I read that in one of those books about Disney World.
That's true. That's true. That's like NASA testing.
I didn't go on the one out here. Is it like the one out there?
Well, it just was up and down a few times.
The one out here.
Yeah, it backs you up and down. Yeah.
All right.
They didn't. The car never went anywhere.
Yeah, the one out there in Orlando is a different ride completely.
Yes.
And it was built out here. They were in a budget conscious period.
I went on it out there.
Okay.
Because how many times you go to Orlando? I was like, I've got to go on it. I went on Tower of Terror out there, and I did it.
Yep.
And I don't think I'm gonna do it again, but I did it.
I figure, if we go back in 4 years or 5 years, that's good.
Absolutely.
If I didn't have Disneyland a half an hour away, then it's a whole different story. I would probably be on your DVC round group because I would have had to buy DVC if I didn't live 30 miles from Disneyland.
Right.
I can get my fix without this reservation mess. I could just stop on my way home from work and have dinner at Disneyland.
Oh, it's crazy.
Hey, I want it, when you're 30 miles away. The timeshare. If I lived in Texas or Oklahoma or somewhere, I would have bought the Disney timeshare where you get to go to Disney World, 1 or 2 weeks every year forever.
Yeah. And how much is that?
Yeah.
Jim's
got a whole panel of people to tell us.
That's true. Hey, you got that Disneyland tower coming up, though, in a year or two? So who knows?
They're going to build a Disney Vacation Club timeshare in Anaheim. They actually have a few rooms there now, but not very many.
Right.
And David made me try Beverly soda.
Oh, did you get the Beverly try?
Both of us.
Did you love it?
Yes.
I
loved it.
Absolutely.
Everyone should try
Beverly.
Absolutely.
But see, that's what I mean. We were together. It was the three of us.
Try it first so you can wash it out of your mouth with the other flavor.
We took off and left the boys with the grandparents.
To do test track and
so they didn't get to go.
Well, because they
didn't do that. They didn't do the land. They didn't go on Living with the Land. They didn't see any of that. There's so much stuff that we have to go back and do.
Living with the Land was actually
that was cool.
It wasn't really something I would have picked out to do, but it was actually it was cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that one. I'd have skipped it.
Oh, it's one of our favorites. Our family favorites. We go old school with our favorites.
I would have skipped it. I like it.
I've done the behind the scenes tour where they let you walk back there too. I've done that.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
Damn it, I did it.
But again, it was one of those, you go into a building and there's like rides and food and everything in the one building.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's an eye opener for people who have been out here. And I don't think if it's being mean,
No.
but when I tell them, okay, you're used to Disneyland, we're going to go to Disney World, and it's nothing like you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to walk in, we're going to see a train, we're going to go around the train, we're going to walk down a main street to the center of town, we're going to have Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Adventureland, and they're like, that's exactly like Disneyland. So then they're thinking, oh, Disney World is exactly like Disneyland.
Right.
Then you get to go to Epcot and to the rest of them, and then you understand.
Yeah, it's very different. And like I said, I'm so glad that we had somebody with us who had been before, because I'd have walked 5 buildings not knowing that there was, soaring over the world in here. Oh, with the land, with the, I never know.
Maybe you just touched on this, but I was going to ask you this before we wrap this up. As Disneyland people, what were some of your biggest maybe tips for somebody that's maybe going to Disney World for the first time?
Reservations are no joke. Make them. You need to make your reservations for dining, because you'll miss out on some great meals if you don't.
Right.
Plan out your attractions. See which ones you really want to go to, and try to make out
Have
your
a
time
punch
schedule
list.
based on that.
And study the transportation system, because you're going to need to
Definitely.
know if you need the bus here or the Skyliner can take you or the boat. Plan that out.
Uber's your friend.
And like if you're driving, I don't know if Disney World has trams. If you drive to the Magic Kingdom, how do you get to the monorail? Do you have to walk through that giant parking lot?
Trams just came back to the Magic Kingdom a couple weeks ago.
Okay, because last time I've been to Disneyland, which is a couple of weeks ago, we still had to walk all the way from the parking structure around.
Yeah, we were there just after you were there, and they had just started the trams again.
Okay, good.
So that's very recent.
Like
but
it's when
but
you
just
stay
at the
on
Magic
property.
Kingdom.
Yeah, when you stay on property and you have the buses to drop you off at the front, that doesn't affect you.
Right. And if you're somewhere like you stayed where you have the Skyliner, 2 of your parks are just 10 minutes away.
That was perfect.
That's actually the way to go too.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend.
If you're not going to Deluxe, stay at the Polynesian or the Contemporary or the Grand Floridian. I think Caribbean was the next best thing.
It was good. I liked it. The rooms were nice.
No, it was great. But yeah, I would do reservations, and I would make like a punch list of your absolutes. Like, what do you want to see absolutely before you leave that day, and make sure you get to those.
And
because it's overwhelming.
Don't
There's
be
a lot
afraid
there.
to park hop. We love park hopping.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
We're used to just back and forth. We just walk back and forth. But
Right, but yeah, there's no walking back and forth.
no, but it's easy
there.
with the Skyliner. Epcot to Hollywood Studios is easy.
It's
Epcot
easy
to the
because
Magic
we
Monorail
had somebody
system,
that said, okay, now we're going to take the Skyliner here. Okay, now we got to take a bus to here. That's what made it easy, because you, like you said, you need to know the transportation system.
Yep. David's absolutely correct.
So you're not waiting for a bus that'll never come.
And I was able to save up money, which made me really happy because we didn't actually use a credit card for anything.
Yeah, save up money.
Oh,
We paid cash for everything. I didn't use a credit card on anything. And I still came back, and she actually didn't do bad. Like, I gave her carte blanche, and I still ended up with money when we were done. So, like, she did pretty good.
We started planning 2 years to the date. December 4th, 2019 is when we announced we were going to go on December 4th, 2021.
And we had a spreadsheet of the days where we were going on each day, any reservations that we had on that day.
What shirt we were supposed to wear.
Yeah,
Oh,
what kind of
very
shirt,
nice.
How, that kind of thing. So that way we kind of knew what was up, and everybody knew.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is one of them. This was one of the shirts.
That was his Harry Potter shirt.
Oh, nice.
So, and we planned it a few years out. It was hard to guess kids' sizes to buy shirts 2 years in advance, but I did pretty good.
Yep.
They all fit into them.
Nice. Well, guys, I think we need
Were you there, Tim? You were there right after us?
Yeah, we were there the 19th through the 22nd.
Oh, okay. So you did. Your wife didn't ditch school.
No. She was already off.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember when you did that episode that she talked about how to approach taking kids out of school.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Shelly about that. I said, if you want to re-listen, because Tim's wife will tell you as a teacher what she would appreciate. And then all of a sudden it hit me. well, wait a minute. I'm not only talking about taking kids out of school. I'm taking the teacher.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shelly's the teacher, so she had to plan it in advance.
Right.
Oh, we had to stay for that too.
Yeah. You lose a little bit of money.
And we thank you for all your help. We love
definitely.
having you help us get us in there and pointing us the right directions.
Oh, you're very welcome. It was a pleasure. You guys were fun to work with, and I remember when we were coming up with some restaurant reservations. I do remember recommending the Whispering Canyon, and you were like,
that recommendation, we loved it. We loved that breakfast.
Oh my
Those
God, that
skillets.
was such a good breakfast.
I think I sent you the menu, and you're like, this is right in my wheelhouse.
That was
Exactly.
perfect. I loved it. There wasn't anything on that breakfast that wasn't me. I was all about all of it. It was so good.
And we all ended up ordering the same thing except for one person. And then he looked at our breakfast and went, "Aw."
But we were all very happy with our breakfast choice. Oh boy, was that good.
Oh, fantastic. Well, guys,
You
thanks.
told me if biscuits and gravy on your grill.
And bacon. Oh,
Bacon.
Okay.
Bacon.
I might go make some bacon now. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me on the show. It sounds like you had a great time.
Yes, we did. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you for your help too, please. Thank you so much for your help. Oh. God, it was...
My pleasure. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely. And yes, your open invitation. You guys want to come out to California, just let us know. We will meet you if you need picked up at the airport or whatever you need. We got you.
You're nice.
We got our magic key. Can't call it an annual pass anymore, but I got my magic key.
Oh, fantastic. Yes. I will let you know for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Tim Scott. Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. Hey, if you want to go to Disney like these fine people did, you can always check out ResortLoopTravel.com as well. Everybody, you've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. David, how do we end the show?
See you, everybody.
Excellent. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.
Allison is up here. Allison, say hi to Tim.
Hi, Allison.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
Did you like seeing Anna and Elsa at Disney World?
And Lion King.
Lion King.
Come here, William.
Lion King 1.5.
There's Tim. Say hi to Tim.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Tell him about your favorite ride at Disney World.
My favorite ride at Disney World was Test Track.
Really? How come?
First I was scared of it, and then we went on it, and then I liked it because we had it said
I know. He liked Test Track. He was a little afraid at first, but he got to build a green car. He picked a green car. And then he liked it.
Yeah.
And you went on it, what, 4 times?
Yeah. And then we went, and my brother's favorite ride at Disney World was Mission Space.
Ooh. Does he like spaceships, flying?
Yeah, he liked that spinning.
He likes the orange one.
Yeah.
And I like going on the green one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had never been on green. But since the wait time was only 5 minutes, I said, I want to go see green. I didn't know that green was a different, you didn't go to Mars.
No, you go to Earth. You go
around Earth.
Right, they changed that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So that was kind of fun.